I'm saying?
Welcome back, guys and ladies and pets. Nah, I'm messing around. Episode 95, guys, of the DrewCast. I'm your host, as always, Mellow15. Still wearing the shades because the Matrix, you just never learn Matrix, do you? You know what I mean? You really think, should I just end the... But by the way, guys, my disembodied but never-bodied voice, J.O. Justin, do you think I should go the rest of the year with shades on, bro? Should I end the year? I'm not going to take the shades off the rest of the year, right? Like, we can't do that, dude.
Yeah, might as well, huh?
I just write it out, dude. You know what I mean? But welcome, guys. Welcome if you're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Welcome, as always. Thank you for the continued support on the audio podcast platforms because it's greatly appreciated over here, you know? Sometimes we like to make jokes, and I make funny faces when I make those jokes, so you guys obviously aren't seeing the funny faces I'm making, but you can hear it. You can hear it, but... Yeah, let's get straight to the point, guys. We're gonna open up with, wow. So if you guys, I'm not wearing the Adidas hoodie again because we learned. I'm not saying I'm never wear it again, right? I don't even know if that makes sense. I'm never saying I'm gonna wear it again, right? Okay, you know what I mean. But sometimes I make mistakes, right? But yeah, I'm not wearing that because we're going to open up with Balenciaga, right? So they're involved in like a huge scandal right now, guys. Huge scandal. It's like one of those scandals that, like, come on, dude. Time and time again, bro. These companies are really showing their hand to us. A lot of these companies they're really just out in the open with it now, right? And a lot of us got called conspiracy theorists for this type of stuff, you know. If you even breathed anything remotely close to what we're gonna talk about tonight, you're a conspiracy theorist. You're a YouTube nut job. You're a Alex Jones mini me, you know. So, but yeah, they're under a huge scandal. So recently, okay, they had an ad where a little girl was on a bed, you know, surrounded by Balenciaga stuff, and she's holding a teddy bear. Okay, so the teddy bear, and I'm gonna put the picture up right here.
There's two of them.
Yeah, there's two. Well, I'm just saying this one, right? Justin is right. There's two of them. Thank you for the because I did make it sound like there's only one, but the one I want to show you guys is right here. So the little girl, she's holding a teddy bear, and it's basically in bondage, right?
Is that the one? That's not the one, is it? It's that purple one. That's the one that I thought people were like up in arms over because that's clearly like a...
Yeah, it's basically these two.
That just looks like some emo shit.
The one on the left?
That clearly looks like...
Bondage.
Yeah.
That is just crazy. Well, and before we get into the meat and bones of this topic, that's crazy, bro. I think we all could sit here and say, that's crazy, okay? Like... Whoever, like, you're right. We talked about this off cam, Justin. A lot of people had to see this and pass this for this to be an ad. People who make millions of dollars, billions basically, looked at this. Yep, put it out. This is what the public needs. Put it out. And like I said, these companies are in our face with it. This doesn't, and okay, and a lot of people could say, hey, it's a coincidence, right? What if this was just a one-time thing? That, you know, they've never done this before. Oh baby, they have. And we're gonna get into that in a minute. But your thoughts on the picture, and you said the one on the left? You said it looked more emo than it did.
Yeah, like it doesn't look like bondage, does it? I don't really know what bondage looks like, but I know that the one on the right looks more like it. I think the one on the left just looks like some shit that like emo kids would wear.
I think, yeah, you're kind of right. I think both of them are just kind of...
Yeah, both of them shouldn't be being held by a child, but...
I think it's just wildly...
The one on the right is definitely like some like kinky weirdo shit.
And the way they have the children posing with that and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's really wildly like inappropriate too, you know? Like I don't...
I saw people make comments about like the dog collars and shit that's in front of her.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's supposed to be connected, but it still is it's not a good look. Like that just looks like some shit that they're selling.
Yeah,
You have Balenciaga glasses, you have Balenciaga cups, you have Balenciaga chains. Like, that's just what it looks like to me. It doesn't look like that's like shit that she's like putting on and wearing.
It kind of, sorry if I had to like catch myself, because this topic really, really makes me angry, bro. Like, so I'm trying to be a good entertainer at the same time, podcaster, and like deliver this in like a way where, you know, we're all going on this journey together. So excuse me, guys, if like part of this, it's, you know, yeah. But so a lot of people, this was the outrage, this was the scandal, right? And yes, they deserved to all of it. All the blowback they got, they deserved all of it, okay? A lot of people were mad about it, and rightfully so. Like, this is not appropriate for little kids to be in a picture with at all.
Yeah, it says our plush bear bag should not have been featured with children in this campaign, but they were,
and a lot of people
knew
saw
that,
it, yeah.
And
I
still
hate that shit,
okayed it
bro.
and everything.
I hate how companies, like, a lot of people's eyes saw this, they put it out, we get outraged, and they're like, they should stand on it, bro. Sorry, if you put it out, you should stand on it. You did it, right? Like, you know what I mean? And a lot of people are gonna say, hey, this is just, maybe it's a mistake, an accident, one-time thing. It's not. If you do your research on this topic or watch any type of video about it at all, you will see that this is not their first time, okay? Point being, there's like 3 more we're going to get into, okay? 3 more. Balenciaga, am I saying right? Balenciaga or Valenciaga?
It's
Balenci.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, guys, I'm not into that type of clothing.
I would assume so.
Sorry. And I don't really care if I'm saying it right. You guys had teddy bears in bondage. I'm going to say whatever I want, but, but there was another ad that they had ran one time about a purse. On the desk of that purse.
Is that part of the same ad campaign?
No, it's a different one.
I don't think it matters, but yeah.
Yeah. It was a purse, and there was paperwork on the desk, right? And someone, they looked at the paperwork and said, okay, the paperwork is about a court case that happened, right? It's called Ashcroft versus Free Speech. It was, the Free Speech Coalition. So basically, I'm going to read it to you guys right here. The Supreme Court struck down portions of the Federal Child Pornography Prevention Act of 1996 that banned virtual child pornography, which the justices said was neither obscene nor actual child pornography as defined by previous decisions. So that was actually on the desk of an ad about a Balenciaga purse, right? Again, you could say coincidence. Maybe it's an accident. Maybe that was just sitting there. But why was it sitting there? Now, before I get off this actual, case, basically, so the judge, or, the judges, right, because it was the Supreme Court, so they basically didn't find that the virtual child pornography should be considered actual child pornography. Is that what I'm kind of gathering from this statement here? That's kind of what it seems like to me.
I don't know. I think we would probably need more context to that case.
And probably more research on it. So it kind of made it seem
regardless, bro, why is that paper, like, why do you guys have that?
Yeah, why is that in your ad?
Yeah.
For a purse. I want to buy the purse, not whatever the hell this is happening on your desk. Again, we're going to keep saying this a lot tonight. It could be coincidence, but it's not. It's not a coincidence.
I think it could be a coincidence if it was just like an isolated incident, but you have the teddy bear in bondage mixed with
the purse,
virtual child porn court documents mixed with
what we're going to get into next, which the hole gets deeper. And another ad that they ran, okay, there was a book by a guy named Michael Bormans, and the book is called Fire from the Sun. And in the book, Fire from the Sun includes small and large-scale works that feature toddlers engaged in playful but mysterious acts with sinister overtones and insinuations of violence. The children are presented alone or in a group against a studio-like backdrop that negates time and space. Yeah, in the pictures, I can't show them. Not only can I not show them on YouTube, I'm just not trying to look at them in general, even though they're like drawings and paintings, okay? Why is that book on an ad of your Balenciaga ad? Why is a book by Michael Bormans, Fire from the Sun, why is that in your ad? That's strike fucking 3, bro. If we're doing the baseball rules with strikes, strike fucking 3. How do people who are Balenciaga like supporters, or people who wear the brand, or just like kind of cape for that kind of stuff, what is your excuse for that? You could probably talk your way out of the teddy bear bondage. You can probably talk your way out of the court case papers on the desk.
I don't know how you would talk your way out.
No, I'm just saying, but people would probably try, right?
Yeah.
Like
the bondage one I could see maybe because they could see like, it's not.
R. Kelly has people talk. R. Kelly fans talk the way out of, oh, he only pissed on a minor once.
Yeah. This other stuff though, I don't think it's a coincidence, because how do you continuously get like pedophile undertones in multiple ads? You said earlier that hella people have to like kind of give the green light to.
Here's what it comes down to. Either a lot of people saw these ads and okayed it, or you're telling us that your company doesn't care what ads they put out and they didn't see it, and that's equally as bad. So you either, all of you saw that, put it out, or you didn't see it and your company's worth how much money and you didn't see it? Look at, on a smaller scale, the videos that we edit, right? That's me and you. We look at every frame when we're editing. If we don't like something, we take it out. If it's something is bad or doesn't sound good, we take it out, right? On a smaller scale, we do that. So I know a company that's worth billions of dollars, if not hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. They're doing that for sure. I know they're doing that.
You know why they do that kind of stuff? Because like product placement is like super fucking like what's the right word? I don't know. They look at like everything. Like, hey, Andrew, you have LA, the Los Angeles Dodgers on your hat. We can't advertise them. They didn't pay us. We got to make you with just a plain black hat. Yeah. Andrew, you have Star Wars. Disney's not giving us money. We're not about to advertise their product. Take that shit off. Yeah. Hey, Tiffany, you have a Reebok sign on your jacket. We're not doing none of that. They're not giving us money. Take that shit off. We noticed that there's a glass on your counter, and the glass has the insignia of Better Homes and Gardens. We're not advertising Better Homes and Gardens. Either turn that cup around or remove the cup. Like, they do that type of shit with everything. So you're telling me that they saw the book. They saw the title of the book. It's not like, oh yeah, we didn't notice that the book was there.
And why does that person have that book in their fucking office, bro?
Yeah, like they look at everything, bro. So for them to say that they didn't know that this was like, nah, I don't buy that.
I don't buy it 100% either. And again, try to argue the last three, and here's number 4. And another Balenciaga ad. In the background, there's a certificate that can be seen. And the name says John Philip Fisher. It's a diploma certificate in Balenciaga campaign that sparks further backlash online. Okay? And we're going to go through. So John Philip Fisher, an 80-year-old man involved in a child sex abuse case, right? And that's another controversial ad that Balenciaga ran, right? The college diploma in question seems to be of John Philip Fisher, who was charged with 7 counts of sexual misconduct. He was convicted in 2018 for molesting his granddaughter. Come on, folks. He molested his granddaughter. Why is his diploma in the background of your photo? That's so crazy to me, man. That's strike 4 now. That's strike 4.
I think there's like too much shit for it to just be a coincidence, bro.
So,
for a Balenciaga and Adidas collaboration,
which, by the way, a couple weeks ago, they were founded by Nazis. Not saying they're ran by Nazis now, but when the foundation is set, what type of house are we building? It doesn't matter if you're not now, you were built by them. Which is funny because these same Balenciaga and Adidas, aren't they the ones trying to... they were the first big companies to cancel Kanye, right? Mm-hmm. Can't say nothing about... No, and no offense to these guys, right? But you can't say nothing about the Jews, right? Because Kanye was going on a bunch of Jew ants and Jews this, right? You can't say that. But we can have child pornography and child exploitation stuff in the background of our photos. That's okay. We're going to get into the apology, too, because Balenciaga tried to apologize. I don't believe in cancel culture, okay? I've said that plenty of times on the show. I believe in freedom of speech. I believe that even my enemies deserve the right to free speech. And as a people, we hear what these people are saying, and we decide whether or not we want to fuck with it or not. And we say, you know what? I don't really like what you're saying. I'm going to move over here. You know, you stay over there. That's the type of free speech I believe in, okay? Now, freedom of speech doesn't come with freedom of consequences, obviously. So, like, you know, private companies can fire you. Private companies cannot want to work with you, and that's their right as a company. Okay? But if there's anything that all of us together should be united with, it's when it comes to animals and kids, cancel culture shouldn't even be a question. Right? Like, if it comes to kids and animals, if these companies are as blatant as Balenciaga, right? They're blatant. If people wanted to cancel them, I'm on board with that, bro. And again, this is coming from somebody like, I don't believe in cancel culture. I don't believe somebody, you know, everybody gets their pitchforks together and like, hey, Alex Jones did this and now we're going to sue him for trillions. You know, like I saw Colin Cowherd on his podcast, The Volume. If you believe in Alex Jones, face it, you're a loser. You're a loser. I'm not going to go there. Right? Like, come on. You know what I mean? Like the guy, you know, so if there's anything we should cancel though, it's like the companies like this, bro, like when they're, not only are they blatantly putting it in our face that this is the type of ads they run and the type of things that they want to put forth for us to see, but those are the same companies that when Kanye goes on his, you know, they and who's they, and, you know, obviously the people were saying it was anti-Semitic rants. They're the first in line. We're dropping Kanye. No more. We're not promoting him. We're not partners with them. But when it comes to kid stuff, hey guys, accept my apology. Hey, that was just an accident. Hey, you know, let's just Jedi swipe our way out of your minds. That's no, that's just
that's kind of ass.
It's those same people.
You know what I think? So, who is that, by the way?
The guy.
No, that lady. Go down. Who? They made that tweet.
Oh, her name's Blaire White. So she is somebody, if you guys don't know, Blaire White is someone who's transgender, male to female. Fucking awesome person on YouTube. She's been on Joe Rogan. She's been on, I believe, Tim Pool. I could have to double check that. But I know she's been on Rogan before. She has her own YouTube channel. I love Blaire White. She said if Balenciaga did something that offended the LGBT community, every celebrity would have cut ties with them instantly. They promoted child porn and nearly every celebrity is silent. Really makes you think, huh? Body bag fucking tweet right there, bro.
I had two things for what she said, right? A whole completely different fucking argument, but it's not even really worth getting into because it's pointless. I don't believe that is child porn. Okay? Obviously, everything that is in that ad campaign is fucked. Inexcusable, inappropriate, all that good shit. I don't believe it's porn though, for the record.
Yeah, you used a different word earlier.
It's like exploitation and stuff. Yeah, porn is like
actual porn.
Come on, bro. Like we know what porn is. That's not child porn. Like I kind of feel like it's fucked because there's children who actually have to like go through child porn stuff. Not have to. They have been through child porn stuff.
Well, some of them have to.
And now they got to look at like a picture of a kid holding a teddy bear, and the world is like child porn and. Not to like compare, whatever. That's why I said it's pointless. But the second one is she said that if it had happened to the LGBTQ, like everyone would have cut ties with them instantly. I kind of like, that's kind of, she has a point there, bro. Because the same thing happened with Gucci. Remember when Gucci had like the whole blackface stuff?
Yeah.
And everybody was kind of like, you know,
up in arms about
that whole thing. And it lasted like a month. And everybody wears fucking Gucci now. And everybody's, you know, it's all swept under the rug because it was like black people.
What are we? You're right, man. And it sucks because what are we willing to sell our souls for? This is, bro, we've been talking about this for a year and a half now. If you're an avid watcher of my show, the Shrug segment, what are you willing as a person to sell your soul for? If you're a black person, right, and you see that Gucci has made a blackface ad, are you still wearing Gucci after they say sorry? If you're somebody who has kids or kids in your family and you see these Balenciaga ads Are you still wearing them or supporting them after you see them?
That's why I brought that up, though, because I kind of have a gut feeling that this is going to blow over. And if like
it is going to blow over, man. These people, yeah, it is going to blow over. And by the way, I know it doesn't really make sense to say this, but Adidas is canceling, they're trying to cancel Kanye for his, what they say is anti-Semitic comments, but they were founded by Nazis. How about you, if you're founded by Nazis, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? When it comes to like that kind of stuff, if you were founded by Nazis, bro, shut up. Stay out of the conversation. Because it doesn't look good when you're trying to cancel somebody when your history is deeper and darker than what they're saying. It is what it is. It's kind of like with Disney now, you know, in their movies and shows on Disney Plus. The depictions in this, bro, I don't give a fuck. I just want to watch Aladdin. I don't care that you have, you know, in the beginning, before Aladdin starts, the harmful stereo. Bro, who fucking cares? I just want to see the genie. I just want to see Aladdin. And I want to see Jafar. I don't care about your little stupid fucking, you know what I mean? Those type of people, bro, shut up. Like Disney, bro. And this is, okay, this is part of what when I say, what are we willing to sell our soul for? Our country has done it so many times to the point where we, during or after World War II for Operation Paperclip, we brought Nazi war criminals over here to help us with our rockets at NASA. Right? And there's videos where Disney in the background, one of those scientists or, you know, the people who are working on those rockets, he's in the background while they're in a video. So companies like Disney, bro, like, what are you doing? You probably should have stayed quiet because your history is not so, you know, squeaky clean for you to just be sitting there like, hey.
Yeah, for like that. At the end of the day, like bad people aren't going to give a fuck about other bad people.
No,
so
you're right. I mean, hey, but what are we willing to sell
like,
soul
for? You think
Disney's
going to fucking care that he's surrounded by Nazis?
No, he probably liked it.
Yeah.
Real talk. I mean, this is what I'm saying. What are we willing to sell our soul for, right? We brought over Nazi war criminals and we said, hey, instead of actually bringing justice to the millions of people you killed and affected, come work on our rockets. And apparently, those rockets were a lot of the big reasons we were able to go to the moon, why we've been able to go to space, why we won basically what people would consider the space race, right? And a lot of people don't even think we went to the moon. That's another topic for another day. But at the end of the day, we sold our soul to get to the fucking moon, bro. Or to get those advancements in rocket science. We sold our soul for that. So don't be surprised when and what she said was completely true. Don't be surprised. These people are going to sell their soul for Balenciaga. Oh, they had child exploitation in their photos and ads. What do you know? You know, like they don't care. But you diss a gay person. No offense, bro, but it has to be said. This is the truth. You diss the gay community or you diss anybody in the LGBTQ, you're done. You're done, bro. But these companies can run ads with child exploitation in the background and nothing happens? They gave a weak-ass apology. And speaking of celebrities who she's talking about, right? Blaire White was talking about celebrities that have stayed silent. The biggest one was Kim Kardashian. A lot, bro. People were killing her on Twitter and online in general. They were killing her, bro, because she was silent for days, bro. Then she comes out with these series of tweets, right? Her first tweet. I've been quiet for the past few days, not because I haven't been disgusted and outraged by the recent Balenciaga campaigns, but because I wanted an opportunity to speak to their team to understand for myself how this could have happened. Okay? That's a good first tweet in my opinion. That's not a bad first tweet, right? As a mother of 4, I have been shaken by the disturbing images. The safety of children must be held with the highest regard, and any attempts to normalize child abuse of any kind should have no place in our society, period. Good second tweet. Good, Kim. That's great.
That's a better wording of what I was trying to get across. It's abuse, exploitation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate Balenciaga's removal of the campaign and an apology. And speaking with them, I believe they understand the seriousness of the issue and will take the necessary measures for this to never happen again. That's okay. These last two tweets is where I have a problem. As for my future with Balenciaga, I am currently reevaluating my relationship with the brand, basing it off their willingness to accept accountability for something that should have never happened to begin with, and the actions I am expecting to see them take to protect children. Okay.
You know why I think she said that? Because what I just told you, like, she probably doesn't want to completely just cut ties, ghost, burn bridges with this company when this is going to be a fucking story in the past in like a month. So then when Balenciaga, is still streetwear designer, this and making millions and billions, she doesn't want to get left behind.
Let's just say this, man. I'm a man of the people, bro. You guys know this. I don't really fuck with like the people in power. I don't care if they don't like that. I don't care if they come after me. Come kill me, bro. Like at the end of the day, just seriously, when does it end, bro? Honestly, like I don't want to be that guy right now, bro. But when does this end? It never ends, bro. Justin's right. Like next month, there's still going to be celebrities repping this brand, bro.
Yeah, so when she gets caught with like a shirt on, at like a New Year's party, I thought you were done with them, Kim. And it's like, yeah, I was when they were under fire.
But they apologized.
So she just did this because she probably knows that she's going to blow over.
This is crazy, bro. She's a mother of 4. Her whole goal is to protect children, but a month from now she'll be wearing their stuff. When does this end? Seriously, this never ends, right? And I've said this plenty of times. I could have took the route where I could have been like all funny podcasts and all this and that. But, bro, there's just some things that are more important than jokes, bro. There are some things more important than jokes and funny, silly goose time, like my boy Costelia says. There's just some things that are more important. And at the end of the day, this is one of them, man. I don't fuck with those type of people, right? But I don't want to see this, man. But, bro, a lot of who's really at fault here is us. If you guys want to be honest with each other, it's us. We allow this. We continue to support these guys. We are still gonna watch the Kim Kardashian show. We're still gonna watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians. We're still gonna. What is Tristan cheating on Khloe with? Who's Tristan cheating on Khloe with today? We're still gonna care who Scott Disick is. That's our problem. That's our fault. I don't like blaming the little guy, bro. I fucking love us, right? We're the little. I love us, man. But at the end of the day, we allow this, bro. At the end of the day, Kim knows none of you guys are gonna give a shit after next month. She's gonna still rep the brand. It's still gonna. We're sorry and my bad. But those same brands are getting to cancel her husband or her ex-husband now. But these same people are just like, why? Like think about it for a second. Before we move on to the next topic, think about how crazy it is when it comes down to what we're actually mad about. Okay. And a lot of this Dave Chappelle talked about on his stand-up on SNL. When it comes to, the gay community, big no. Big no. When it comes to the Jewish community, big no. Can't do it. These companies can have child exploitation ads and, these companies can do that and silence. It's very telling, bro. It's very telling when you break it down. And I'm not afraid to speak the truth. I have nothing against the gay community. I have nothing against the Jewish community. Nothing at all. Nothing in my heart says I have anything against them, right? And if you guys know me in real life, or you know me from the show, you know where my heart's at, bro. But at the end of the day, it's very telling that when it comes to child exploitation, look at the people who are silent right now. Those are the people that we give our money to. Those are the people we buy their albums, we buy their clothes, we buy their brand. Those are the people we're making famous. At a certain point, the accountability has to come back to us, the people. We're allowing this, bro. I don't even know if Kim's fully at fault. She's just there for the money. But it goes back to what we're willing to sell our souls for. Are you willing to sell your soul for a Balenciaga check? Or Kim, do you have kids at home who need a fucking mom and they need you to stand up and say, hey, enough's enough, bro. We can't continue to let companies like you do shit like this. Like, nah, this can't fly no more, bro. It's very telling, man. Very telling. You guys comment below. What are your thoughts on this whole Balenciaga scandal? And where you stand on it. Hopefully you guys all stand on the right side of it. But yeah. To end the night off though, I do want to get into this. So a lot of people that I know in real life, you guys are all into like crypto. I know a few of my friends are. It's very interesting. I've never actually got into crypto myself, but hey, what a you know. So yeah, back in the day though, I wanted to tell a quick story. So my brother Travis, I don't know if you remember this, Justin, but when I think we were still in high school or a little bit after high school, Travis was talking to us about Bitcoin, and he was like, "Hey, you guys should invest into Bitcoin." And I think this was when Bitcoin was at like 0.00, like, to the penny type shit, right? And obviously Bitcoin was like super big with like Silk Road back in the day. So that's what people on Silk Road were using to like, get like illegal stuff. Cause then, it wasn't really traceable. Bro, Travis, dude, let me tell you something, man. I wish I could go back in time and every single fucking paycheck me and you made us in would have went straight into Bitcoin, dude. Every paycheck for the next 3 years. Hey, mom, guess what? Imagine trying to explain that to people. No, mom, I'm not going to pay rent this month because guess what? Bitcoin. Yeah. Right? That would have been a hard sell, but it would have worked, bro. And we would be fucking trillionaires, dude. So sorry, Travis. He tried, bro. My little brother, bro, he's so fucking a genius, dude. You know what I mean? And it's funny because when you start at the top, right? You start from me to like the youngest of our siblings. I'm obviously the dum-dum. But the further you go down, the smarter it gets, right? And Travis, bro, you're fucking brilliant, dude. And wish we would have listened to you, dude. But the reason I'm bringing that up, though, because I'm reading an article from the Indy 100. And it says, "Are crypto bosses cursed after third death in a matter of weeks?" So now, the reason I'm bringing this up is because I saw this on Twitter recently, okay? It was a tweet from one of these guys. Because we're going to get into the 3 people who died. But one of them, right, he left this tweet. Now, it kind of goes into what I was just talking about with Balenciaga and, that scandal, child exploitation. But this one, so he tweets, "CIA and Mossad and pedo elites are running some kind of sex trafficking, entrapment, blackmail ring out of Puerto Rico and the Caribbean islands. They are going to frame me with a laptop planted by my ex-girlfriend who was a spy. They will torture me to death." Literally the tweet under that. This is absolutely wild. He tweeted this and died from drowning the same exact day. So he was one of the people that this article is talking about. Now, before I get back into the article, how crazy is that?
That's not the first time that kind of stuff has happened. I can't remember how long ago it was. It was maybe a couple years ago. Time is kind of just whatever now. There was a building collapse or a building fire or a building bomb or some shit like that in Florida. Like over, I don't know what I'll post it up. We'll post it up. And the dude had made a tweet about it. Like, I don't know if it was the day before or that same week, saying that like that type of shit was gonna, like, basically calling that was gonna happen. He said that there's like hard drives that have this stuff on it that they're trying to get rid of. He's talking about how they were trying to get rid of him. And then that building goes down.
Well, okay, like this. Now, I don't like to use the word conspiracy theorist because, like, the last 2 topics that we've talked about, that's not a conspiracy. That's real shit, bro. Like, this is happening.
I don't think this is a conspiracy either. Like, that guy literally just said it in his fucking tweet that they were going to torture him to death. And then he drowns the same night.
And from what I read, he drowned with, like, his pants still on, his wallet in his pocket, like, all that type of stuff.
Yeah, like, come on now.
Now, the crazy part about this is I'm not too into crypto to the point where I would kind of know why they're doing this, but it kind of seems sloppy that they did this all in a matter of weeks. 3 big crypto people in the crypto world, like, they die like that, right? And now to me, I'd have to do more research on crypto because I'm like, why? What is the point of this, right? But crypto is one of those things where I think I forgot what his name was, but I remember watching a video where a billionaire was talking about it, and he said if you knew who was behind Bitcoin, right, that nobody would want to use Bitcoin anymore. He said if you knew who was behind it, that everybody would drop their stock in it and flee, right? And I was thinking, is he talking about Jeffrey Epstein, bro? Like, who else could he be talking about? That we would all drop our stock and flee from that, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, okay, so these people.
Well, that I was gonna say that. Go back to that dude's tweet.
Oh, Papa, I got to. Okay.
Does that not sound like what Epstein was doing?
Yeah, that does.
Running some kind of sex trafficking, entrapment, blackmail ring out of Puerto Rico and the Caribbean islands.
Now,
was that not Jeffrey Epstein?
That was Jeffrey Epstein, but I think his was in a different part, right? But, I mean, that's still Jeffrey Epstein, bro.
The whole, we thought that he was like making his money and got his fame through fucking sex trafficking, entrapment, blackmail.
That makes sense because now we're starting to unravel the story, right? These people are probably using cryptocurrency to pay for their child abuse that they're doing and the child exploitation, the child pornography, and whatever they're doing with children. This is probably how they're paying for it, right? And so they're probably trying to get rid of like the top people who like, hey, let's just get this guy out of here. That's scary. Like I'm goosebumps are running through my body right now. Like this is literally what. Yeah, you're right. That tweet is literally what Jeffrey Epstein was doing. Allegedly. He's not even probably allegedly dead.
No. I'm not saying he allegedly did that. I'm saying that the tweet is allegedly insinuating.
Yeah, because a lot, and some of the tweets were like, "Oh, how convenient that he says that," and he probably got caught with it and just tried to make himself look like a victim. Like, bro, that's something a pedo would say.
You know what? I kind of want to, I guess, end this off with is like the thing that you just talked about. Okay, the other two guys who died, them being, quote unquote killed, or their deaths being accidents, whatever. The whole Balenciaga thing that we were talking about, I'll wrap back around that in a second. There's a video that I watched yesterday where this journalist in Australia had his house firebombed because he's covering government corruption in that country and how they're, it's a longer story that maybe we can cover another time. But like the overarching theme is like they're just doing this shit
right in our face,
right in front of us. And it doesn't seem like they fucking care because I think what's gonna happen?
I think they know that like
if you're covering corruption, they'll kill you.
Kill you
if you're doing, if you're stealing their money and
trying to make a money for the people, they'll kill you.
Dead. Balenciaga, child porn in their
child exploitation.
After I just said that, yeah. Child exploitation in their ads. Who fucking cares? We'll still buy their stuff in a month.
Because part of it, I believe, is the trick that these people have pulled on us. Where it's kind of like Bug's Life, bro. This is why I fuck with Bug's Life, right? When all the ants stood up to Hopper, they got him out of there. But when Hopper was able to trick the ants into, hey, we run y'all getting double the food, blood. Double the food when I come back. And I'm going back to my sombrero, dog, right? Remember? He went back to the sombrero. When I come back, I want double food, bro. And what would they do? They were like, enough's enough, bro. We got to build a bird and get this fucking guy out of here. Right? Now, the trick is that they've tricked you guys into thinking that the 1% is better than the 99% when we outnumber them. We outnumber them in every way by pure body count. That's why I said early in the episode, it doesn't matter if it's me or these crypto guys. It doesn't matter. The truth has to be said. So if you're going to kill me. But that doesn't mean that doesn't negate the truth. You could kill me, but the truth is still the truth. Right? And if I died for this or these guys died for that or whatever, bro, my family knows that I stood for something. So it doesn't matter. Kill me, bro. Because at the end of the day, I stood for something. You could kill me. Like, I'm not trying to be dramatic, bro. You could kill me all you want, but that doesn't mean the truth isn't the truth. The truth will always be the truth. So you're right. And these guys are doing it in our face because they know we're not going to do anything. As a group of people, we won't do anything.
I'm not saying like I don't disagree with that sentiment, but like I think they do it because they know even if you were, what's going to happen. It's like trying to like get a cop in trouble. Like who the fuck you're gonna call the cops on the cop?
Yeah, and at the same time,
you're gonna get the government to say the government is like he said, the CIA is behind this, right? Mm-hmm. Who's gonna arrest the CIA? They're the fucking people that do it.
Who made it that way though, right? At the end of the day, if you break it down, the root has become so poisoned that there is no point in going to the dentist now. Right? If you're gonna do an analogy, there's no point in even trying, bro. Like the root is so bad. What can we do?
Like this guy died October 29th, and the most recent death was when?
You mentioned the on November 23rd, he was the co-founder of Hong Kong-based digital asset company. He unexpectedly died in his sleep. Weren't you talking about one that like unexpectedly died in his sleep at the age of 30?
Died in his sleep at 30 years old. I mean, that's possible. Don't get me wrong, but in the same chain of events of these other people that are dying,
there was another one who died in a helicopter crash. A lot of these names, guys, they're like too long to pronounce, and I don't want to mispronounce their names. Rest in peace to these guys. If obviously, like I don't really, yeah. This guy died in a helicopter crash, right? And then like minutes before the helicopter actually takes off, there was somebody who canceled the flight last second. I mean, yeah, separately, some of these could be coincidences, but the fact that they've happened weeks within each other, especially after the guy tweeting that, it's just fishy, bro.
Yeah.
It's enough to say, hey, what is going on here? Right?
Do you remember the Panama Papers,
yeah.
And like the girl who posted that fucking died. Mm-hmm. Like it's just like I said, bro. Like, they just don't care. They just.
And I think social media is their worst enemy in a way for the people who run this country. It is their worst enemy because like before, none of us could get together as a group. I'm talking we could with amongst our towns and our neighborhoods, but social media gives us a way for all of us to get together. Right? And all of us can say, hey, that's not right. Okay. It gives the voice to a group of people that never had a voice before. There's a lot of things about social media I don't like, but that's one of the things I do like is that, hey, instead of neighborhoods and towns getting together, now we're getting the world together. And the world can say, hey, these crypto bosses are dying unexpectedly. Balenciaga's doing this with their ads. Why are we supporting that? But yeah, that's tonight's episode, guys. I had a good time. We ran longer than usual, but you know, at the end of the day, like I said, bro, the truth's the truth. Whether or not I die from it, whether or not there's a 30-minute episode, 15-minute, the truth is the truth. And yeah, shout out to, I guess he would be considered my father-in-law. My mother-in-law, she's married to a guy named Jeffrey. And on Thanksgiving, he told me one of the things he liked about me was my tenacity to find the truth. He said, I like how your goal for finding the truth, my tenacity for it. And so that's just, and I felt really cool I felt really good when he said that because I was like, hey, like, yeah, you're right, bro. You're right. My tenacity to find the truth is actually really good. And whether or not I make money from it or a career or just educate people or just even put it on the forefront for you to know that this is happening, because a lot of you probably don't know this stuff's happening. That's something worth looking that's something worth looking into. So yeah, until next time, guys, peace.